Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon po.
So, class, for today's lessons, we will talk about Rizal's romantic interlude in Japan. So, Rizal left the Hong Kong on board of the Oceanic, an American steamer on his way to Japan on February 28, 1888.
One of the happiest interludes in the life of Rizal was his sojourn in the land of the cherry blossom for 1 month and a half. He was enchanted by the natural beauty of Japan, the charming manners of the Japanese people, and the picturesque shrines. Rizal arrived in Yokohama early in the morning and registered in the Grand Hotel. The next day, he proceeded to Tokyo and took a room at Tokyo Hotel.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa! Do you have any vacant room?
Yes, sir. We have one. Just kindly fill up this form. Arigato gozaimasu. Here is your key, sir. The butler will show you the room.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Shortly after Rizal's arrival in Tokyo, he was visited at his hotel by Juan Perez Caballero. The latter invited him to live at the Spanish legation.
Buenos dias. I'm Juan Perez Caballero, the secretary of the Spanish legation. Can I come in?
Oh, buenos dias. Please do come in.
I came to invite you to live at the Spanish legation.
Rizal, being an intelligent man, realized that the Spanish diplomatic authorities were instructed from Manila to monitor his movements in Japan.
Okay, I'll pack my things first.
Rizal accepted the invitation for 2 reasons. First, he could economize his living expenses by staying at the legation, and second, he had nothing to hide from the prying eyes of the Spanish authorities. Rizal checked out of Tokyo Hotel and lived at the Spanish legation. He and Juan Perez Caballero became good friends. In a letter of gloomy treat, he described the Spanish diplomat as a young, fine, and excellent writer, and an able diplomat who had traveled much. One spring afternoon, a few days after he had moved to the Spanish legation in the Azabado district of Tokyo, Rizal saw a Japanese girl walking past the legation gate. Being a man with an eye for feminine beauty, he was attracted to her regal liveliness and charm. A Japanese gardener told him that the girl's name was Seiko Sui. The following afternoon, Rizal and the Japanese gardener waited at the legation gate and watched for the girl.
Can you please help me talk to her?
Yes, sir. I'm pleased to help you with that.
Arigato gozaimasu. Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh yes, how can I help you?
Hello, I am Jose Rizal, a physician from Manila.
Hi, I'm Seiko Usei. I'm pleased to meet you. Thank you. You can leave us now.
It's my pleasure.
You're good at speaking in English.
Oh yes, I also speak French too. You are a physician, right?
Yes, I am. I'm invited here to live in a Spanish legation.
That's great. Oh, it's getting late now. I need to go now. My mother's gonna be worried at me. So, see you around?
Wait! Can we meet again tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the park?
Okay, sure. I'll be there. Sayonara.
Sayonara!
Since that first meeting, Rizal and Seiko Sui met almost every day. They visited beautiful sites around the city.
Seiko-san, can I call you Si-san? Because I'm feeling comfortable calling you like that.
If that's okay with you, well, it's fine.
By the way, can you tell me the Japanese word for you are beautiful?
Anata wa kiride.
Oh, Sei-san, wato timo keridis. How about I like you?
Suki de.
Soki dis.
Sei-san helped Rizal in many ways. More than a sweetheart, she was his guide, interpreter, and a tutor. She guided him in observing the shrines and villages around Tokyo. She improved his knowledge of Nippongo and Japanese history. Sei-san's beauty and affection almost tempted Rizal to settle down in Japan. At the same time, he was offered a good job at the Spanish legation. If he were a man of lesser heroic mold or lesser willpower, he would have lived permanently in Japan. But Rizal loved the Philippines and his countrymen, and he needed to do what his mission. He was forced to leave Japan and left Sei-san behind.
Sei-san, I need something to tell you.
Yes? What is it?
I need to do what I'm supposed to do, and I need to go back to the Philippines to defend my country and co-Filipinos.
When will you come back?
I think I can no longer come back, Sei-san.
What? What about me, Jose? Don't you love me?
You know how much I love you, Sei-san.
Then don't leave me.
Even if I want to stay, I can't. I can't bear to see my countrymen suffering.
How could you?
If you only knew how hard it is for me to do this, Sei-san.
Oh, really? Then you shouldn't let me fall in love with you.
As everything on earth has to end, the beautiful romance between Rizal and Sei-san inevitably comes to a dolorous ending. Sacrificing his personal happiness, Rizal had to carry his liberation mission in Europe. Accordingly, he resumed his voyage, leaving behind the lovely Sei-san whom he passionately loved. Broken-hearted by the departure of Rizal, the first man to capture her heart, Sei-san mourned for a long time the loss of her lover. Despite his sorrowing heart, Rizal enjoyed the pleasant trans-Pacific voyage to the United States. On board the ship, he met a semi-Filipino family, Mr. Reynaldo Turner, his wife Emma Jackson, their children, and their maid-servant from Pangasinan.
Do you know a famous man in Manila named Rizal? He wrote a novel, No Limitang.
Yes, Iho, I am Rizal.
In great joy, the boy rushed to his mother, informing her that the famous man is her fellow passenger. She felicitated Rizal, feeling proud that they were traveling with a celebrity.
Bonjour, sir.
Bonjour, madam.
My son told me that you are Mr. Rizal, the one who wrote this book.
Actually, it's Rizal, but yes, I am.
Wow! It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I love reading your books.
Oh, I see, Mercy.
Another passenger with Rizal befriended on board the Belgic was Techo Suhiro, a fighting Japanese journalist, novelist, and a champion of human rights, who was forced by the Japanese government to leave the country, just as Rizal was compelled to leave the Philippines by the Spanish authorities.
You seem so lonely, sir. Do you have any company along the trip?
No, I'm all by myself.
By the way, I am Dr. Jose Rizal, a physician from Manila, Philippines.
I'm Techo Suhiro, a journalist from Japan. They became good friends and shared experiences, knowledge including different languages. Rizal and Techo were kindred spirits. Both were valiant patriots, both were men of peace using their trenchant pens as formidable weapons to fight for their people's welfare and happiness. Rizal and Techo had their last warm handshake and bid each other goodbye. They parted and never met again.
So, that's how it is, Rizal, romantic interlude in Japan. Any questions?
None po, ma'am.
Okay, that's good. I hope you really learned something. Thank you, class, for listening. And have a good day.